Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Gotcha Back Thrive Talk for a Healthy Mindset. We're your hosts, Nick and
Vilz.
And today we're doing episode number 2, and we'll be discussing things around depression, what Villy went through, and also how boxing changed his mindset and his life as well. So I'm just going to send out a trigger warning to everybody. Please, if you're struggling, I'd advise not to maybe listen, but please seek help as well if you need it. There's always help out there for everybody. And I just wanted to say also that all of our podcasts are raw, real life experiences and nothing, like we don't edit our podcast at all. So whatever we talk about is straight from whatever we record. So this is episode number 2. And today Vilz will be talking about his own story regarding mental health and the battles that he went through as well. So I'll pass it over to Vilz now.
Thanks, Nick. So back in the year, I think 2017, 2018, our family doctor diagnosed me with mental illness. And before seeing my doctor, I had Nick and 5 of our kids sitting me down in the lounge room one night and telling me I was a different person. The way I treated them, the way I treated people in the public, the way I spoke to them, the way I spoke to people in public also, didn't really reflect the person I really supposed to be for them. So it really hit me hard, especially when Nick and the kids told me that they didn't love the person that I've become. I took that very, very badly and had a couple of days to think about it, and I promised them that I would seek help. So I asked Nick to take me to our family doctor, diagnosed me with mental health, and just took his advice, seeked extra help, being a psychologist, psychiatrist, got some counselling and stuff done as well. Chose advice, picked advice from the people that tried to help me, and pretty much just put it into my life and went from there. And from there was practically went back to training.
I was going to say, I was going to ask you the question, like, how did boxing change, like, your life and your mental state?
It changed it dramatically. So when I saw the psychologist, I had the 3 lessons with him, and the most important things that I took from him was 2 things pretty much, was surround myself with people that love me the most and have been by my side, and sort of block out the toxic people. And he also said to me, find the things that I love to do, like it's not whatever hobby it is. Find the things I love to do and do the hard things of it. So obviously love my footy, love the contact, but also love boxing as well. And because I played footy for so long, I decided to go with boxing. I've boxed before, not professionally, obviously, but I've hit a few pads, hit a few bags, but I've never actually taken boxing lessons until after these lessons with my psychologist, and we both went to the gym and sought help from a boxing trainer. And it changed my life dramatically. Changed the way I viewed myself, turned me into a better person that I didn't actually think I was. Surprising. But yeah, loved it. Loved boxing. I loved the disciplinary lessons that my coach at the time taught me, and still take it on these days and incorporate that into other sports, especially now taking up natural bodybuilding, and I love it. I love it all. So the best part of boxing was, not only just getting my head smashed in, but teenagers that's been boxing for years, but just meeting and and talking to people. Some people have gone through the same thing I have, and I shared my life experiences with them about what I was going through and what I had gone through, and and became friends from then on. So, with the boxing, man, me, I'm a Pacific Islander myself, Tongan background, and us Islanders, we hate fitness. We hate running. All we like to do is, in boxing, obviously, we just like to stand and go toe to toe. But there's a lot more than just copping punches and throwing punches. There's a lot of fitness and conditioning into it.
And like it's technical.
Very, very technical. Very technical. So, yeah, I love the hardest part about it was the running for me. So obviously taking up boxing, I started running and started doing it like I loved it, but I really, really hated it with a passion. But yeah, I'll do it again. So
there's like a quote that we say, and we post it a lot on social media, and it's, you have to love the things you hate to love the things you do. And I feel like, because it also takes away the laziness.
it does, because if you love it too much, you in my opinion and in my experience, if you love it too much, you get too comfortable. So for me myself, when it comes to my sports and stuff, I like to make things a bit harder. Just makes it more interesting. And over the years, as some people know that's followed my journey, I love chopping and changing my sports.
Yeah.
So from boxing, I went from boxing, started playing a little bit of footy and mixing it up, and then from there now I'm doing natural bodybuilding. And people ask me, well, how come I don't stay doing the one sport? And I said, because if I do, I get too bored. I don't find interest in it no more. But it doesn't mean that I don't ever want to go back, because I might learn something different the next time I do it. So with footy, this year I want to go back and play some footy, and again I'm learning new things already. And the natural bodybuilding, I'm still learning new things every day, signing up at new gyms and talking to new people there, learning new things from different people. So, yeah.
So I also wanted to ask you, do you think being consistent and having discipline has helped your mental health?
Yes, dramatically. Because over the years, like if I didn't take up all this sport and discipline myself and commit myself to do sport, I don't think I'll be the person I am today for you and the children. I do remember before suffering from mental health, as at the time I didn't know, I was taking a lot of drugs, drinking a lot of alcohol, things like that, not wanting to be home with you and the kids and things, like always arguing with you and making you upsetting the kids, and that really hurt when I found out what I was doing to. So without the commitment and the discipline for all these sports, I wouldn't be able to do the things I have now to make you and the kids happy. A lot of the times before, I was taking a lot of days off work just because I was so lazy. A lot of the times I'll be telling you I'll be going to work and I won't show up to work. I'll just fucking go bum around at the shop because I just didn't feel like it. A lot of things I didn't feel like doing at home. A lot of things I didn't feel like doing with you and the kids and things like that. So, and going through all of that has made me a stronger person today. Now I love cherishing the time I'm spending with the kids and, just going out to the shops and walking around no matter how tired I am and how grumpy I can get just because I'm tired. The fact of just being out and about with you and the kids, I cherish the most. And, still, even just doing the housework at home, just the yard and stuff like that, like before I hated it. Now I know it's my duty and I do it because I've committed and disciplined myself to do all these things in sport. Now I can do all of that at home as well and at work. So, yeah.
And it's been like really good growth for you that I've seen over the years. And I also want to say to anyone listening, it takes time. you're not going to be good in 1 week. Like, you need to get help and do things that help you change, you know, so you can get better. But there is hope out there, so you just have to stick to it. And I know saying that, some people, you know, think, oh, well, it's really hard because, like, the way I'm feeling, I don't, you know, want to do that. But I mean, I say this like with absolute respect, you know, like, nothing changes if nothing changes. And if you're not going to change something to better yourself, you know, who's going to do it for you?
Yeah, exactly. Like Nick, like you said it's hard. And don't get me wrong, it is hard.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was hard for me at the time to admit that there was something wrong with me. It was hard for me at the time to go to the doctor and listen to him diagnose me with mental health and things like that.
Mm.
You know, and when I told him that there were times where I was thinking of taking my own life because I felt so crap and useless, especially to you and the kids. And he put me on drugs and stuff like that to try and make it better. Personally, it didn't make me feel any better. It didn't make me anything.
It made you unwell, hey?
Yeah, it practically turned me into a bloody zombie.
Mm.
And that's why I decided to get into my training and scrap the drugs that I was prescribed with and just went cold turkey. Stopped all the alcohol, stopped all the drugs, all the smoking and stuff like that. And I think I remember asking you to help me go for a run that the next day or the next night or something like that. And I think I ran to the end of the street and I saw it and I fuck off and I was back home. So, but
that was good.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you have to find someone too that, like, someone that you trust and someone you're close to that you can rely on. Like, not rely on, but like have your back, you know, because it's hard to go through things alone, and you're not alone. You know, there is people out there that do care and that do want to help.
100%. You got to, like, everything, it is hard, so we just got to take it step by step. Because that hardship that people go through in that patch of time, you're not just going to fix it just like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to seek what you want. You got to seek how to fix it and take it step by step. You know, and that's what I did. The first step I did was to, you know, shut my mouth and be a man enough to sit down and listen to you and the kids. And then I had to take the next step, which was, you know, taking the feedback I was getting from you and the kids and use that for myself. So that's why I went to seek the help for the doctor. And then from the doctor, he gave me more advice to go see all these other people. So I took that next step. You know, I didn't just get into the boxing and the training and all of that straight away and it fixed me just like that.
No.
But within a few months after I was getting help from all these other doctors, I finally found a boxing gym from a friend that referred me to the boxing gym I went to. And, you know, and then just took it step by step. So the same thing like when you took me running step by step. Like the end of the street, come back home. The week after that went a bit longer. Week after that, or longer than that. Right? So, but it's been hard. It's been a hard journey, but a successful one. I can say that.
Yeah, it has.
Because
you've changed, I'm not saying you've not been a good person. You've always been a good person, but like, you're just a better version of you. And as sad as it was to see the things that you went through, and like, it affected me as well, even though it's not about me, but like, I think people don't understand too that it affects the loved ones as well. Like, I used to have really bad anxiety thinking like that you're going to jump in front of the train. Like, I used to text you all the time, and I think you were full getting annoyed with me because I kept checking in.
100%, because I felt like a child that, you know.
I know, but I truly like did not want anything to happen.
Yeah,
that's all. Like, I would worry like so bad, and I think I went through really chronic stress. Like, I'm only just kind of finding that out now from all those years, you know what I mean? And I feel like it affects everyone, not just the person going through something, you know. So if anyone out there's listening and you're struggling, you know, with your mental health, like, that's okay. You can get help. But also just don't forget that it's better to speak up because, you know, your loved ones want you around. No one
100%.
wants anyone to do anything to
Everyone
themselves.
that's walking around on this earth, everyone's fucking worthy. Doesn't matter what you are, who you are. Like, the only person you can help is yourself. Start there first.
Mm-hmm.
And like we said before, take it step by step, because everyone's worthy. You know, everybody should be appreciated. You know, and man, like, we just take it step by step, know your worth, and work on that. That's all that matters. Nobody else's opinion towards you matters. Because at the end of the day, you can back yourself up no matter what. You know, but surround yourself with the people that love you the most, because those people can help you progress in your journey, progress into healing and things like that.
Yeah, and healing is a journey. It doesn't happen quick.
Mm.
It's something that you might have to do for the rest of your life, and that's okay.
And to be honest, I feel like I'm still healing to this day with a lot of things. You know, so, and I would not change it. I would not change it, because I feel happy within myself now. And
you can see it.
I do think God put all of these tests in my life to make me the person He wanted me to be in His image. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, my dad's eldest sister, who, you know, over the years since I've grown up, she's always told me that, really, you have a big heart. And I've never actually known what she meant until me going through all of this, me experiencing all of these so-called life crises and dealing with my own battles and stuff. You know, and knowing that I am a better person, I am a good person, I have a big heart to share with anybody out there. You know, and I share that with you, Nick. I share it with the kids. I share it with my siblings. You know, I share it with people out there that are willing to listen to my story. And I'm anybody out there. You know, now that I work security over the weekends, I share that with my fellow workmates. You know, and they're shocked. You know, so, and I appreciate those boys a lot too. You know, yeah. So, and just meeting people like customers that are drinking and things. Some people say, "Oh, you know, just had a bad day. I'm just having a few drinks before I go home, and, you know, deal with some stuff." You know, just talking to customers like that. You know, I could just give him a bit of a word and just say, "Look, bro, I go, it's just a rough patch, not a rough life. You know, you can pick yourself back up tomorrow and go again. You know, we just take it step by step and make it better."
I think a lot of people don't, unfortunately, know how. Sometimes people don't know how to move forward.
No, some people don't. But again, that's a journey they need to seek to find a way to move on. You know, so
I do have another question. Okay, the question is, what is one piece of advice that you'd like to share with anyone struggling with their own mental health? Like something from experience from yourself that might help someone else.
in all honesty, don't be ashamed. Keep your fucking head up. Keep your fucking head up.
I like that.
Keep your fucking head up, honestly. Seek help. Don't be embarrassed. All right, don't be embarrassed. Seek help. Keep your head up. And when you do get that help, take whatever advice you can from it. Take whatever advice you think will help you, and put that into what it is you need to do for your next step. Now take it step by step, because it's not going to work straight away. Just take it step by step. Take whatever information you can from whoever's trying to help you out, and then just keep moving from there. But don't stop.
When you do things like this, like whatever it is, whether it's training or getting help or like your healing journey or healing from, you know, trauma, whatever, like you have to trust the process.
Trust the process, 100%.
That's something Vil always says to me, like all the time. Like if I want to do something different with for businesses or like training. He always tells me, stick it out, trust the process.
You have to.
Because if you don't trust the process, there's no process.
You know, it's my boxing. Like, man, I had 4 fights, 4 lost them. You know, and didn't realize how fucking corrupt boxing was. But still, you know what I mean? I trust the process. I trust the training. I cut the weight for my boxing fights. You know, I listened to my coaches. I trusted it all. Yes, I didn't come away with wins, but I came out with something better than that. I came out of that ring with life experience. I went into boxing. I didn't actually take up boxing to win fights. I actually took up boxing to win my life back, and that's what I fucking did. I won my life back better than winning my fucking boxing fight. You know what I mean?
I like that. That's so good. That's a really good thing to say. I love that.
So
you didn't go in it to win matches. You went in it to win your life back.
And that's what I did, and that's what I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to, you know, all the coaches from the boxing gym that I attended, and even my boxing teammates, like all those guys there were really helpful as well with they helped me out with my journey and stuff. And meeting people from other gyms that I've sparred against and going to visit their gyms. Didn't spar against them, but just meeting guys that are lighter weight, meeting guys and girls there, talking with them and listening to their stories of their boxing journeys and things like that. You know, it's crazy, but like I thought to myself, man, I actually came out of boxing feeling like I won all my fights and all my sparring rounds and all my running and sit-ups and squats, whatever it was I did there. You know, I came out of boxing for about 1.5 years, 2 years, felt like I won the whole thing, and I didn't win a fight.
Even with all the broken eye socket,
broken nose, whatever it was, you know, I didn't care. The sorest lungs running 800 meters, like 4 to 6 times at Olympic Park with the coach, and you know, I still came away winning. You know, even though I felt like I was losing on paper, but I came out of that winning life. So I'm grateful for it.
That's awesome. Okay, last question. Is there anything you would like to say to any brothers out there that are listening that are too embarrassed to speak up?
Brothers, don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed, man. Because us men, we love to hold it in, thinking that it makes us a strong person. You know, but deep inside, we know that it makes us even weaker when we hold it in. You know, let it out. God did not give us men emotions to keep it in. Like, don't be embarrassed, bro. In all honesty, I cry to my missus and my kids now than never before. And they treat me more as a man and a husband now than never before. You know, so don't be embarrassed. Keep your head up. Men, we don't have to be tough every day. Why should we? You know, it takes up a lot of energy. I've learned that now, and I can only be tough when I need to be tough. And I haven't needed to be tough. I mind my own business, take care of my wife, I take care of my kids. I protect my wife and my kids the way I need to, and that's all it is. I go to work every day, come home, I'm happy. That's all I care about. So keep your head up, guys. In all honesty, speak up, because it ain't weak to speak, my bro.
Oh, that's very nice. I love that. I think that's all. Do you want to talk about anything else regarding that? Didn't miss anything? Real good.
Sure. I let out a bit of my experience, and I just hope anybody out there that's listening, I hope you guys understand what I went through, and you guys can take something from this and apply it to your life. And I hope it does help. Because whatever I've done might not help somebody else. It might not help anybody. But that's why I like sharing my story, because it might encourage and motivate somebody else to do something else, you know. They might find passion in art or just music itself and go down that road and heal that way. going through sport and stuff, you know. I hope my story helps somebody out there and motivate and inspire you to keep pushing forward in life. Because yes, life is hard. If it wasn't hard, we'd all be the same. Life is hard, so because we're all unique in some sort of way. So, take life the way you want to take it. Don't let anybody else dictate your life and the path you want to take. All right, so keep your heads up and keep pushing forward, guys.
That's really very nice advice. And I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate that. I think that's all for our chat today. This is in episode 2. And I forgot to say, sorry, at the beginning, please, if you would like to hear more of our podcast, you can listen on YouTube and Spotify. Please subscribe to our new channel. We're only new in this. We're still learning our way. But also, I'm going to leave in the description below our website so you can read more about the mental health stuff that we do, and our 3 social medias. We've got TikTok and 2 Instagrams. So I'll leave the handles down below if you want to go and have a look at that. I don't know, I think we spoke about it in the first one, how we make tops and sell and jumpers, and we sell them for because we try and hold as many as community free events as we can. We use the money raised to hold the events with that from the merchandise that we sell. So if you're interested in supporting our movement, just check out the website. And for the whole of March, we've got 40% off all mental health merch because we're celebrating 5 years of the movement. I started the movement for Vilz, but now we do it for everyone. Hey,
Yep.
Raise awareness for mental health, suicide, especially for the islander men, because a lot of men struggle. And yeah, thank you for listening.
Thanks, heaps, guys.
I hope you can take something from today. Yeah, we appreciate the support, and we'll see you next time for episode 3, which will be the power of movement. It's just about how exercise is beneficial for your mental health and also your physical health. So we'll be talking about that as well. We'll see you next time, guys. Thank you again.
See you guys. Much love.
Bye.